All right, welcome in as we move to the top of the hour. This is Market Day Report. I am Scott Schulte, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. I get some negative emails every now and again that I say that every day, but I get into a habit. I just want to remind Suzanne who I am, and I say it every Friday when I sit down at the bar. All right, let's take a look at what we've got going on. Let's take a look at the prices. You don't care about me. Let's have to hit that button, right? There you go. How about let's take a look at soybeans first. I'll bring up soybeans, and we've got a bigger, better board there. 13 1/4 cents higher in that July to 13.37 1/4. Nove is up 15 1/4 cents, right? 11.87 3/4, now 15.5 cents higher. Making a run towards $12, maybe. 11.92 3/4 is the high, and we're about 5 cents off of that right now. Let's take a look at what we've got going on in corn. I skipped over that one. 10 1/4 cents higher there in that July contract. 6.01 even is last, and then we've got a D's contract up 13 3/4 cents to 5.29 3/4. How about going down and seeing what we've got going on wheat? Chicago wheat, 9 1/4 cents higher, and that's July. 6.13 is last there, and D's is up 9 cents to 6.45 even. What about the wheat in Kansas City? That would be the hard red, and we have to take a look at that too, right? Look at that. July's down 3 ticks. That's 3/4 cent. 8.17 1/4 is last there. 3 cents off the lows, so we have been lower. And then let's go to D's. That's 2 1/4 cents higher, 8.08 3/4, and I cannot skip over it, but that SEP contract is sharply unchanged, 8.11 3/4. I love saying it. All right. Spring wheat, that's going to be Minneapolis, 9 3/4 cents higher in that front month. That's July. 8.15 1/4 is last. We're at 8.24 in the D's. That's up 8 1/4 cents there. So another decent board when it comes to the wheat. And then finally, let's take a look at cotton, and we'll get to our guest analyst. Cotton's up 192 points in July. 82.04, well above that 80 line. And D's was trying to get above 80, and it is now 165 points higher to 80.15. We'll see if we can hold on to that. Now, let's move on to our guest analyst. It's going to be Todd Horwitz of Bubba Trading in Las Vegas. Todd, thanks for being on the show. All right, brother, I know you're kind of a bull at heart, and it's a Friday going into a long weekend, and we might have some little sneaky dry weather coming in. Is that why we're higher here?
I think so, Scott, and I care about you, Scott. I care what you say. And listen, the markets look a little bit better the last few days. It could be the dry weather coming. It could be that they've really gotten to an oversold position, and we're seeing a little bit of a bounce back. Volumes are still light, but I think that we could have made bottoms. It doesn't mean we're going straight up, but I think we could have found the lows for a while. And I think we can get some steady rally. And I think what I'd really like to see is one big short squeeze that could kick off the bigger rally. But overall, I think things other than the economy, the grains are starting to look better, and they better because, of course, with the high cost of inputs, it's really cutting into the margins of farmers.
Yeah, we had, what's not been talked about a lot today is this. We had the PCE, indicators out, the personal consumption expenditure. That's what the Fed looks at as far as inflation goes. And I think it's been shrugged off for some reason. But you know what? We were expecting a month-over-month increase of 0.3. We got 0.4, and then the year-over-year increase was also a little hotter. So inflation's not really going away, is it?
Inflation is not going away. We're not anywhere near inflation going away, which is bad news for borrowers because the Fed isn't going to stop hiking rates. They may pause once, but they're not. They're going higher until they get that CPI down to 2. So we can see what that has to be, and that basically has to put the economy in a coma.
What do you think about this, though? That CME Fed Watch tool, I look at that a lot. I haven't looked at it since I've gone on the air here, but over the last, say, week or two, it's ranged between a 15% chance of a hike at the next meeting to about 30. But after those numbers we got today, it's shot up to about a 50. Well, the last time I looked, it was around a 50% chance. What do you think?
I think it's probably right. Now, again, the only thing is I think the June meeting, people are kind of assuming and pricing in a pause. And I think it'll be a little bit of a shock to the system, but that Fed number could go up if it goes to 0.75, and says that they're going to raise, then they're probably going to hike. But I think after the June meeting, they go back into hiking rates, and I think that's where we are.
All right, we're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Todd Bubba Horwitz about the livestock, our four-legged friends, after this. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at, as we get to the top of the hour here, what these livestock markets are doing, proteins, meats. Let's see what we've got as far as prices go. Live cattle, look at this. Not doing a lot. 25 cents higher up front. That's June. 167.55 is last there. Let's take a look at D's. That's up 50 cents. 173.35 is last. That's about 30 cents off the high. So live cattle, not bad. I know that feeders were struggling with the higher corn board. How are they doing now? They still are. 70 cents lower, so just a little bit of a push. August down 70 cents to 234 even. And that's right in the middle of the day's trading range, really. And then let's go out to the Nove. That's down 75 cents there to 239.52. And then finally, let's take a look at lean hogs before we get back to our guest analyst who's been so patiently waiting in the wings. Lean hogs just can't find a bottom. Let's go to June's down 95 cents to 76.70. But look at this August. It's down $2.40 to 74.55. And I don't even like going out to Oct and Dees because those have a 6 in front of it, right? 69.60 in Oct and 68.20 in Dees. That's no bueno. Let's bring our guest analyst, Todd Horowitz, who's been waiting in the wings. Thank you very much for your patience, sir. What are your thoughts here when it comes to the livestock? You got anything?
Well, I think cattle and fats and feeders, I think, are just going to kind of grind higher and stay around here. Again, that's only because of the supply issue. There's the demand is enough from the people who can afford it that they're still buying. So that's going to hold. I'm pretty concerned about the hogs. I can't remember the last time I've seen them this low at this time of year. And that really that's more of a sentiment to what the overall economy is. But I would think that maybe 75, 74 in July or whatever, maybe we'll find a bottom here. But it's very concerning that they continue to go down under all circumstances, which really I think says a lot for the overall economy.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see that spread between, say, even pork and beef at the meat counter. I mean, it's, guys like me, I don't have any money. We have to buy all the pork, and it's been good lately. I've been having it a lot, but it's pretty interesting to see the consumer be able to still pay those beef prices. You got about 10 seconds real quick.
Happy Memorial Day to everybody, and thanks for everybody's service, who veterans and families of. And have a great weekend, everybody.
That's
thanks.
Awesome stuff. Way to go. Great way to end it. Thank you very much. Todd Horowitz coming to us from Las Vegas. Bubba Trading, bringing it back home, saying thank you for everybody. I like that. I just got done showing you my grandfather. He served in World War II.
Served, yeah. My father served was in the Army for Korean War.